my gosh, I feel so fucking chopped. I feel chopped because like it's not hair day, but it's getting there. I'm gonna talk about how I almost got kidnapped. But I am adopted. Um, I'm adopted. I was adopted within family, and I was raised by my aunt and my uncle. And I didn't have my dad in my life. I've only seen him 2 times, like when I was 7 and when I was 14. And the only times he saw me was because he wanted some money. But I mean, I don't really care because I never knew him. So it's just like, why am I going to care about something or someone that I never even knew and was like never in my life? My mom, on the other hand, it's not that she didn't want to be there for me, it's that she couldn't. Mentally, she just like wasn't okay. She has like schizophrenia, and honestly that's probably like one of my biggest fears is getting schizophrenia in my life because I saw what it can do. And it was really scary. It was very scary seeing something like that so young, and it was just so weird. But it's okay. This is how I almost got kidnapped by my biological mom. It's a little hazy. It's probably happened when I was like kindergarten or first grade, but I was really, really young. Really don't have any memories of her, honestly, and it makes me like really sad to say. The only kind of memories that I have of her is when I was scared of her or when I had just seen things that a little girl shouldn't have seen growing up. I was living with my aunt and my uncle, and I remember what it was. It was like kind of, it was, guys, just give me some grace because it was so long ago, very long ago. And we were at the house, and I don't know what I was doing. I was like in the living room, and yeah, and she ended up coming to me, and she was like, do you want to go take a walk? We can go to the park. Just like walking, we're not really talking. It's kind of like gray, like when you're so small, like everything just feels so big and just like so big and like so tall, you know? And we finally get to the park, and it was windy because the swings were like, they were kind of like moving, right? And she was like, do you want to get onto, she was like, do you want me to push you on the swing? And I was like, yeah, push me on the swing. And she's like pushing me on the swing, and out of nowhere she switches, she like, something just like ends up like switching in her head, and she was like, we gotta go. And I was like, where? I was like, back home? And she was like, we're not going back there, that's not where we're going somewhere else, da 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 da. And I'm telling her like, I'm getting scared, like I want to go back home. And she was like, shut up. She's like, you're not going back there, like you're coming with me, blah blah blah. And I'm crying. She's like grabbing onto my arm, like she's like pulling me at this point. We started walking onto the back roads, and she was like, I need a phone, blah blah blah. This is where everything turns black and white for me. Like after, it was so dramatic, guys. It was just so crazy. We started walking towards the back roads. We're far from the park now. Like we're like, the park's in the middle. My house is far at this point. We're walking on the back roads, and it's a 2 lane. So only one lane this way and only one that way. So only one car can go, like, it's just like the opposite. It's just like this. So cars are going this way, and cars are going this way, and then the cars are just going like this, right? She sees this girl. She was very young. Um, Obviously, she sees her texting on the phone, and she was like, I really need a phone. Can I borrow your phone? And pretty valid, she was like, no, I'm not gonna give you my phone. And then she was like, please, I need your phone, like I really need to use it. She was like scared at this point. She's like, I'm not gonna give you my phone. Boom, she flips out. Like, she flips out. She goes crazy. She, okay, this is where it starts. Like, she ends up grabbing her by the hair and just start beating her up. Like, beating her up so bad. And I'm like yelling, like, stop, stop, stop. I'm screaming, like, I'm literally like screaming. I'm like screaming so bad. And then, like, this is where it starts getting confusing for me. What's it called? Cars start pulling over to like break it up. Her face is all bloody, and then, like, I hear fire, like, I hear wheel wheel, like, firefighters, and that's when everything goes black for me. I don't know what happened after that, but what I do remember after that incident had happened, I was eventually at my house, and child services came, and they took me away from my aunt, my uncle, and I ended up having to live in I ended up having to live in a I ended up having to live with strangers. At this point, I was living with strangers. But, like, this is just how I remember it. And you gotta remember that half of, I don't really know. Like, I'm just telling you, like, clips of, like, what happened to me. But, yeah, I ended up, like, living with just, like, random people. And there was also other kids there. There was, like, black kids, there's white kids, there's Asian kids. Like, I wasn't just alone. And the people were like, they were like a white regular family, and they were just taking us kids in. And yeah, that's literally how I basically almost got kidnapped. Talking about it, like, that shit is actually so fucking traumatizing, because it just sucks. Like, I wish I could just remember, like, all my memories, but I know, like, my brain is just stuck, and I know I can't remember these bad memories because my brain doesn't want me to know. My brain doesn't want me to remember what happened, and that's probably because, like, it's just so traumatizing that it, like, I guess I can't handle it. I want to remember, like, what happened to me, like, why, like, just why. But yeah, it was just crazy. That's basically how I almost got kidnapped, and how I got taken away by a child services, and I ended up going to a adoption home, and I was just living with strangers and with just poor little kids that were, like, in my same boat and stuff. And yeah, but I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I want to be raw with you guys. I want to talk about things that are hard in my life, because I just want you guys to know that you guys are not alone, and that I understand that life can be hard. And I know I'm only 20 years old. But you know what? Just because someone is young or someone is old, that doesn't mean that they can't share their life. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't matter how old someone is. Like, I'm sure someone can always relate to you in some way, somehow, some form. Hope you guys like this video. I hope it was interesting. I hope it looks good, because this is my first time recording on my computer, and I hope it works out. So yeah, but yeah, guys, thank you. Have a good night, and I love you guys. And yeah.